Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Sunetra Pawar as she becomes the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister. He's posted this, and I quote from what the Prime Minister has said a few moments ago. I'm confident, he says, she will work tirelessly for the welfare of the people of the state and fulfill the vision of late Ajit Dada Pawar, is what Prime Minister Modi has said. Remember, this is the government in alliance, BJP with the NCP. And of course, the Shiv Sena, the Eknath Shinde faction, the NCP, the late Ajit Pawar faction of the party, together with the BJP in governance in the state of Maharashtra. The Prime Minister has congratulated Deputy Chief Minister. Unusual and tragic circumstances, Preeti, under which Sunetra Pawar has today taken oath as the first woman Deputy Chief Minister of the state. Yes, criticism. What was the need to do this so early? But also at the same time, speculation on what next for the party's own future. Merger, no merger with the NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Many things up in the air as of now, isn't it?
Well, that's the nature of Indian politics,
Yes.
isn't it, Sneha? Because it's only been, 48 hours since the last rites of Ajit Pawar, and already we've seen his widow, who's a Rajya Sabha MP, Sunetra Pawar, take over as the Deputy Chief Minister of the state. Lots of questions, and, one can look at in terms of what happens to a political party which is already split in Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar factions. Will they come together? Because both are fighting an existential battle where their party is concerned, especially at the back of the debacle of local body polls, where they did terribly, even in their own bastion of Baramati. So a big question mark there. Having said that, lots of internal dynamics as well churning. And, one can only look at the fact of what Sharad Pawar, the Pawar family, 85-year-old patriarch, has said, that he had absolutely no clue that
Yes.
Sunetra Pawar was coming in to take oath as chief minister. He had actually called a meeting of the family to discuss, the events, the tragic circumstances in which his nephew had passed and what to do next. He also, made clear, and Sharad Pawar is not a man, Sneha, who will, he mulls his words. He knows exactly what political messaging needs to be delivered. So when Sharad Pawar indicates that there were talks of a merger between Ajit Pawar and him, and possibly 12th of February would have been the day of announcement, he's making a political point. How has it gone down? Well, because look at what's happening in the NCP Ajit Pawar faction. No big leader has really come out and given credence to the speculations that there was a possible merger on the card. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. Sunetra Pawar takes over the Deputy Chief Ministership. Important portfolios. Finance is, Maharashtra is the richest state in the country. But the important portfolio of finance, which Ajit Pawar had fought tooth and nail for, a portfolio that has been very, very dear to the NCP, keeping in mind, like I said, of Maharashtra being the richest state. The finance portfolio right now is going to be with the Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis, at least, where he tables the budget, which is going to happen, very soon. The budget would have already been made. It was Ajit Pawar would have tabled it, but now the all-important finance portfolio stays with Devendra Fadnavis, and he will be presenting the budget. Excise is another important portfolio which stays with Sunetra Pawar. Sports and minority affairs are other portfolios which will stay with Sunetra Pawar. But will the finance portfolio come back to the NCP Ajit Pawar faction? There's a question mark there. It is, and one can understand. Sunetra Pawar really doesn't know how to even present a budget like that. It's coming up in the next a week, where Maharashtra's budget needs to be presented. But this would be a portfolio that the NCP will want back. What happens now to Sunetra Pawar's vacated Rajya Sabha chair? Speculations rife that it would possibly be Parth or Jay, the two sons of Ajit Pawar, one of which will take over, that Rajya Sabha chair. By-elections where Baramati Assembly constituency is concerned. Once again, will it be, because now if Sunetra Pawar is the Deputy Chief Minister, it does seem that it will be she who will be taking over and fighting that by-election. There are local body polls, the last of the local body polls, Zilla Parishad polls, which are due on the 7th of February. They were to take place on the 7th of February. The Pawar's, Ajit Pawar faction really hopes now there's a sympathy wave at the back of the tragedy that has taken place and taken away their leader. A lot depends on the outcome of the polls, on how the Ajit Pawar faction, really does there. Important to note, at this point of time, Sneha, the leadership, the top leadership right now of the Ajit Pawar faction, you haven't really seen anything coming in from the likes of Praful Patel, Chhagan Bhujbal, Sunil Tatkare. These are the leaders. If there was so much talk of merger, they are really not commenting on it. You had Chhagan Bhujbal, who proposed the name of Sunetra Pawar as the main proposer, and then of course the second list were other senior leaders of the NCP. But Chhagan Bhujbal, many would have thought, was also fancying his chances to be deputy chief minister. He's been deputy chief minister before, but what has happened right now has happened under circumstances of extreme duress, and it was only plausible that a Pawar and someone from Ajit Pawar's family take over, the mantle of deputy chief ministership. And in all of this, one cannot forget the role of the BJP. BJP in brute majority, a lot of what we've seen in terms of developments of the last 48 hours will be at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party as well, Sneha. And till now, you had Ajit Pawar as a deputy chief minister who had been used as a counterbalance of sorts by Devendra Fadnavis to keep Eknath Shinde's ambitions in check. Not saying Ajit Pawar didn't have his ambitions, but he knew exactly when to leverage those ambitions. And he worked very well in that sense where Devendra Fadnavis is concerned. Will Sunetra Pawar be able to do that? That's the big question. What comes off now where the power dynamics within the Pawar clan is concerned.
That's right.
Especially the last 24 hours, indication seems to suggest that the Sharad Pawar faction, and especially because the entire family of the Pawars decided to, if you remember, stay back with Sharad Pawar when the political split happened.
All right.
And,
Preeti,
they
to
would be
tell our
hoping
viewers,
for a
these are
merger
images
soon.
live on our screens at this point in time after Sunetra Pawar took over as the deputy chief minister.